Here we have the custom case that was created for our robot. When I say our, I actually mean Jared and myself, Andrew. We're working together now to build the custom UGV, or Unmanned Ground Vehicle. What we did is we took a nice little junction box, electrical junction box, and we mounted inside it a small Intel mini a mini ITX motherboard with an Atom processor. And right there on the, you can see the parallel port is where we're going to mount our wireless network card that we extracted. It's actually a wireless, what would you call it? A wireless access point, I guess you could call it, or a router actually. And this custom case here will allow us to, as we build and progress our machine from our prototype, which is based off of the new Bright 4x4 chassis, and we move up to better and faster and bigger machines to build our robot. It'll transition with us and provide us plenty of room and plenty of extra expansion space and everything. Here on top we can see we have a couple of 2.5-inch hard drives. I believe they're 250 gig each. We're actually going to hook them up. They're going to be rated via SATA, serial ATA, with this RAID card here, as you can see, that's plugged into our single PCI slot. And then the rest of our control system and everything will be plugged into the USB ports. If I can just turn this box around a little bit here, we can see that there are a few USB ports, an Ethernet port, and of course the parallel port. And it's kind of dark, but underneath there is one serial port and a VGA port. We also have our little sound ports there, and there's also some onboard USB and whatnot. There's plenty of room in the case for us to mount extra things. Ultimately, we don't have a power supply yet, except, well, actually we have an external power supply, but we're going to get a Pico power supply to power our machine ultimately. And down here at the front we have a fan. It's kind of hard to see, but that fan there that you see right there is actually a fan from a hair dryer, but it does run on 5 volts. If we stick it on 12 volts, the thing howls like a banshee. So we're going to run it at 5 volts, and eventually we're going to use a monitoring circuit to monitor the speed. Now, the reason we had to go with a blow dryer fan is because it was the only one that would actually fit quite properly in that hole. As you can see, it's kind of covered up with the knockout plate that came with the junction box, but ultimately it will that comes off, and we can use that to protect from dust when we're transporting or whatnot. This case, it can be closed up just like any junction box, and once closed up, it forms a nice protective enclosure. We can close it up, and hold on a second. Ooh, that was loud. But now it's all nice and closed, and we actually have a nice little carrying handle, so we can carry the entire unit wherever we need to as we develop. And ultimately we'll mount it on our larger chassis as we get beyond the stage of our little new Bright 4x4. Until then, that's all.